Oh my gosh, it happened again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I received another call. Okay, this call was from a dear friend of mine. And the topic of the day was, which it usually is when I have these type of calls, is why are beauty professionals like this? What do you mean, sis? What you talking about? Act like I'm the problem. I'm the issue. Like I'm a bother to them. Like I'm the inconvenience when I'm going in for a service that I'm paying for. I had the exact same call 2 months ago with another homegirl of mine. Why are beauty professionals like this? Like, why is it such a struggle? Why does this feel like it's pulling teeth dealing with beauty professionals? All right, guys. All right. Enough of it. Enough of it. It's time that we have this discussion here and now in the little cozy corner of the internet where I hold a safe space for us, right? I'm going to try to not dig in too deep, too passionately, but I can't make any promises. Let's talk professionalism, business etiquette. This topic will take beauty professionals so far, so to the next level. Sometimes we wonder why the clients don't come back. Oh, I have people booking, but they're not coming back. What is the issue I'm having? We're going to get into 5 different things today here right now that I want to touch on. Listen, if you're here, I know you've been struggling with your marketing strategy, especially when it comes to content creation on social media. So as a special offer, I'm giving out a free marketing content strategy freebie. Click the description box below, find the link there, and enjoy your free offer. I hope it helps you. Please let me know if it does or doesn't. I still want to hear from you guys, okay? Start off with the first topic, and we're going to start off slow and then increase our way to like the more intense topics, right? Cleanliness and hygiene. So when we step into your area, your shop, your space, I mean, especially if you're offering services that are up there, right? You're talking high ticket prices, high ticket items. You want to make sure your space is top notch cleanliness and top notch hygienic. It needs to be sterile in there, number one, because stay boards, like legality wise, right? You need to make sure everything is clean, sterile, decluttered, not cluttered space. There shouldn't be like junk in a corner. Make sure it's like neat and clean and inviting, and hygienic. Dust your spaces, guys. I dust, like, even in my room here. I'm always dusting because, like, especially as nail techs, when we're doing acrylic and filing, dust goes everywhere. So you gotta dust at least 2-3 times a week. You should be dusting your nail racks, your just stuff all in your room. Dust and keep up with the appearance of your space. Hygiene. We are in close capacity with our clients, for the most part, of people in the beauty industry. Make sure that you are keeping your hygiene a priority. You have to shower, guys. We got to wash up. We can't afford to skip all these days. And people say, well, I don't shower every day. Cool beans. But if I smell you, I'm not going to want you to work on me, no matter what it is. Okay? So keep that in mind. Keep your hygiene a priority. Show up neat, clean. And I'm not saying you don't have to be like, face beat and, hair done, hair laid. But I mean, show up not like you just rolled out of bed that morning. Put a little effort into showing up like you care to be there, right? Okay, this is the second one. Create a comfortable ambiance. So once again, it kind of pairs into hygienic. You want to create a space that's not so stuffy, so tight, so like sterile. You want the people to come in and be comfortable. At least that's what I want when I go in to get my hair done, or if I go in for a service, especially if it's like massage or like my like lashes, eyebrows, stuff like that. Create a comfortable space, a comfortable ambiance. Not too sterile, not too harsh on the lights. Add some soft lights to your room. Add something warm, like a warm touch, warm lights. Oh my gosh, I love a space. Oh, I love a space that has soft lights, like those harsh, sterile, like like I don't know what that harsh light is called. Whatever, it's probably just called harsh light. I don't know. Something about it is just like lighting is like it'll change the whole ambiance of your space. Throw in some soft lights, throw in some up lights, throw up some, those like light strips. Those are soft lights. Something to soften up the space and make it more comfortable so your clients can relax and enjoy whatever service you're providing to them. You are providing getting your hairs done. Anything in the beauty industry is considered a luxury experience. So when we think, oh, well, I'm not a luxury brand, you should consider yourself luxury, because most of the things that we offer is luxury, right? So unless it's like med spa type thing where I can see you getting away with like some medical sterile stiffness type room, but even then, like, make it inviting. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, number 3, I'm going there. Communicate like a professional. Communication. I'm gonna say it one more time. Communication. This is where we start to see unprofessionalism. Business etiquette 101, communication. Story number 1. One of my close friends, where she disclosed that she shows up for her appointment. Her appointment's at 1 p.m. Beauty professional says in the statement, in the long list of do's and don'ts in booking with her, if your appointment time comes and you don't hear from me, see me, send me a message, send me a text message. Mind you, this beauty professional also has a late fee in place. So she's in a salon suites. She sends the message, I'm here outside. She don't know what room number. She don't know what directions to go. She just has the address. She goes into the salon suites unit and in the lobby area, she's sitting and waiting. She sends the text at 1 p.m. that she's there. 1:10, 1:15, 1:20. Mind you, she calls me at 1:25 and I'm wondering why she's calling me. I had a client at the time, so I missed the call. She called me at 1:25 and I missed it. And I was like, damn, why is she calling me? Like, what happened? Because I know she had an appointment at 1 and she's already calling me. Homegirl was ready to dip. She was in her car getting ready to drive off. Mind you, somebody else that works in that unit saw her and was like, oh, I'm going to let her know that you're here. She let her know twice, 2 times in 25 minutes. Still didn't, no contact, no nothing, no coming out, no saying I'm running behind, no notification of anything. She literally sent her a text as she's getting in her car and it was like, oh, I'm sorry, you can come in. I'm in unit number XYZ. That's very off-putting, guys. That's not a good look. It's not. And I get it. Some people are like, well, what if things happen that lost track of time? Okay, all right, lost track of time. We get it. We're all understanding, even though somebody came and notified you 2 times that somebody was out there waiting for you. Lost track of time. Worst case scenario, right? My friend proceeds to go in there, and as she goes in, she says, you can come on, have a seat at the sink right here. I'll be with you in a moment. Goes back and finishes up with the client she's working on. So now we're waiting an additional 5-10 minutes before she actually starts to service my friend. So when she gets to her, oh, my bad, I didn't know you were here. So the vent was, why is it so hard to be just like, hey, I am so sorry, I lost track of time, I deeply apologize for that. You can come on in, have a seat. Would you like a cup of water? Do you need a snack or anything? And before you say, oh, well, what if she didn't? She did have snacks. She did have stuff available. She didn't offer anything. It is so easy to rectify stuff that, issues that go on when you go over time. It's not the issue that you go over time. It's the issue that you're not communicating that with your next client. Communication, 10-day text. Hey, and even if she lost track of time, as soon as that new client comes in the door, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I deeply apologize. I lost track of time. Please have a seat. I'm just going to wrap up with my next client. I'll be right with you in a minute. Do you want anything to drink? Oh, okay, great. Thank you. That's it. You see how I did that? Okay, guys, let's work on it. I don't know because I don't know if that's like what that is internally, like that you don't feel the need to apologize, like clearly, statedly, boldly. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I didn't know you was out there. Baby girl, it's almost 30 minutes past the time. How you ain't know? I need for us to be better. We're saying that people aren't showing up. We're saying that, people aren't coming back. I have an issue with retaining clients. You have a bigger issue than retaining clients. You have a professionalism issue. Okay? I love you so much, but somebody has to talk about it. Somebody has to say it. Get better at effectively communicating. I don't even know where we're at because I'm getting a little turned up. Number 4, I think. 4. Immediate follow up and review forms. So this is something that I feel like is such a missed like realm when it comes to the beauty industry as well, where we do not do proper follow-up. If you do, congratulations to you. You are doing exactly what you need to do. But anybody that interacts or comes into your business that you have serviced, they need to you either personally need to be sending a follow-up text or doing a review form. Me, I'm all about automations. I'm all about keeping stuff like flowing through my business. This should be a part of your client's flow. From the moment that they decide they want to work with you, they go on your website, they get a feel of your vibes. That's your brand, right? You already did the marketing part. That means you got them in. Whatever you did, you got them in. So now they're coming into your world. That's part of the client experience. That needs to be top notch. That should be your main like focus priority. If you have all the clients coming in, they're not loyal, they're not coming back, you don't have consistent books, you need to go back and look at your client flow, how they go through the processes of your businesses when they decide to work with you. Okay. So from the first moment that they decide to work with you, they go on your website, they're looking at all these rules, regulations. Okay, but she slays, right? She does bomb ass hair, bomb ass makeup, but I still want to work with her. All right, fine. I'll sign off on all these things. Boom. Cool. They come into your space. We already have an attitude, or you're running late and you didn't even notify them. All right, that's strike 2, if you ask me. The third thing is the lack of follow-up. So once they leave your space, if your focus is not on figuring out what they liked and what they didn't like, you're slipping. You need to be focused on how they experience your business. Why? Because it's important. It helps you go back and reflect and realize what areas of improvement that you need to be working on. But as for me, I submit a form, Google form, for people to fill out after they're done working with me. Rate your experience from 1 to 10. How likely are you to suggest me to a fellow coworker, friend, whoever? How likely are you to recommend me? And leave a paragraph area. What other feedback would you like to add or input or whatever the case is? Give them space to give you a review, not just on Google, but like a actual thing, a tangible thing that you can go back and reflect on so that you can work on being better. Because me as your coach, right? You could walk me through the steps and you could tell me how you feel like you set up your client flow. But if the clients aren't feeling that on their end, there's a disconnect. There's an issue there that we need to focus on. So with beauty professional, I ask, so what are your client reviews looking like? If your issue is client retention, what are they saying about you? How are they saying that they like the service? And not just on the spot. You got to send that review because on the spot, they could be feeling pressure or not even comfortable being truly candid with you and telling you straight up what they liked, what they didn't like. And they also need time to reflect after the appointment to see, okay, well, I like this, didn't like that, I wasn't sure about this, that, this is how I felt about this, that. Give them time, give them space, communicate with you their issues or positive reviews. And my last tip, and this isn't even like a tip, it's just something to take into consideration. At the end of the day, it is about the client's confidence. You are servicing people. Yes, people can be complicated. Yes, people can be messy, but that should not affect your work ethic, how you show up, your character, your values. At the end of the day, people are going to people. You can only control how you present yourself and how you show up and what you're going to allow, right? Don't be afraid to set firm boundaries. Don't be afraid to fire difficult clients. We have to teach people how to treat us, and we have to show people who we are. This is why it's so important to present yourselves in such a way when you're offering these high price, high ticket offers or high ticket services. If you're coming up to work looking like you just rolled out of bed, but your prices are in the thousands, I'm gonna feel some type of way about that as a customer. And yes, it does matter. Perception is reality. for people, right? You also have to remember that you are in service to these people. I'm going left field, but I have to bring it back around because you have to remember that you are in service to your clients. You serve them. It's all about them, not about you. Another thing that I don't even think I wrote on here, stop having these deep personal conversations during your appointments. Hold off. Like, would you do that at work? If you worked in a corporate office, are you having long, drawn out, deep conversations, whether it's with your man, with your mama, with your tax lady? Like, are we having these deep, long, drawn out conversations at work? In any other work setting, are you doing that on company time? No, you're doing that on their time. Cut it out. Stop doing it. Okay. If it's that important, you really absolutely have to take the call. Make it short. Make it short. All right. This, that, and the third. We'll handle this later because you're value these people's time. Value your customers' time because their time is money just as well as your time is money. Okay. Another story that I forgot to mention, and this falls under the follow-up and the reviews, right? When we are following up with clients, there's a way to do so that is in a professional sense, right? I had a friend of mine, another one that was, can I vent to you real quick? Can I talk to you? And I was like, yeah, girl, pull up a chair, let's talk. And it was, beauty industry. All right, why are we like this? Da da da. So she was working with her hairstylist. He did a great job in what he was doing, right? And she saw him the first time, the second time, I believe he was like 30, 40 minutes late. Third time, late. Now at this point, you're always the late one. You're not respecting people's time. If you have a policy in place for people that show up late, you need to have a policy in place for when you are running behind schedule and when you're late. What do they get? What do they get for their time? Are you discounting their service? Are you adding on a freebie? Are you what? What is it? But there has to be a policy. We have all these policies for other people, which I get. We're setting boundaries. Kudos to you. But you got to set standards for yourself. Up your standards. So, she's constantly showing up late. And then, so she decided she can't keep working with him because he's not respecting her time, number one, and she has other stuff planned for the day. So that started to interfere with her other plans. So she found another hairstylist. And mind you, it had been, now at this point, let's say I'm throwing out dates because I don't want to be too specific. But let's say April was the last time she saw him. August, September, he sends her a text and it's a side-eye emoji. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. What do you mean a side-eye emoji from a hairstylist that you used to go to and you stopped going to for a reason? He didn't have no follow-up form. He didn't have no review form. He didn't know why. He didn't even ask why she hadn't been around for months. It was just side-eye emoji. My homegirl was like, I didn't reply back because I didn't even know how to. Like, what do I say back to that? What are we doing, guys? Come on. Come on. Are you running a business or are you running a side hustle? Now, these are things that you need to start asking yourself. Is this your bread and butter? Is this your career? Or is this something you do on the side for fun? How are you going to separate yourself from those two? Because there is a very big difference. Are you trying to make a living from this? Or are you just trying to have fun and do extra income? And you got other things to worry about. You need to ask yourself these questions because it's stories like that I continuously continue to hear, and I just don't understand why you would operate and move that way. Is it because you don't know? Is it because nobody told you? You just don't know? I don't know. But if we're saying we're a business, we're exchanging our services for money, there has to be a basic standard level of professionalism. We have to move accordingly if we want our businesses to not only survive but thrive, but to excel and exceed. And that's what separates the haves from the have-nots, if you will. How is she doing this and she's making X amount of money? Oh, she made 6 figures in her esthetician business this year. Why didn't I? It might be this. It may be a slew of other things, honestly. But I'm only speaking on this because this is the feedback I'm getting from other people. And I get really passionate about it because I'm like, this shouldn't even be, this is like the bare minimum. Bare minimum in opening and operating a business. Bare minimum business etiquette. You don't have to be stuffy. You don't have to be corporate. You don't have to be like, hello, my name is, but you have to be, hey, you have to be able to communicate with people, right? Like bare minimum communication, a certain level of communication, a certain level of respect for people's time and people's money. I feel like I got real passionate about this. My tablet here was just a guide, but I was like, I can talk about this topic all day. So hopefully this gives some type of perspective or just, what's the word? Kind of like a light bulb goes off for some people of, okay, maybe I can, look into doing this versus doing that, or, look into your client flow, heavy on looking into your client flow and how they show up interacting with your business, right? And reviews, not just, oh, send me a review, like actually figure out how they liked their experience working with you. What did they like? What didn't they like? And sometimes it may hurt to hear what they don't like, but this is the type of stuff that you need to listen to know how to be better. If you want to be better and you're really trying to level up your business in the next year and actually make a living in the beauty industry, you need to be willing and open to feedback. And it matters. It does matter, guys. So I hope this video provided some insight for you guys. I really, really do hope that you guys got something from this video. Make sure you do all the YouTube-y things, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section if this video did help or provide whatever insight it did for you, or if you want me to go more in depth on a specific topic or subject. I am all ears. Talk to you guys later. Bye.